Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat everything comics, from reviews of comics new and old, to history, to anecdotes, to just, well, musings, and today it's a musing kind of day. I'm Sasha and I noticed something and I wanted to share it with you because my family and friends are tired of hearing about it. We're going to be talking about the Batman Who Laughs, sorta kinda, get ready. If you too are full of random knowledge and observations, hit that like button. Okay, so the Batman Who Laughs, the amazingly horrifying variant of Batman mashed up with the Joker. He's from the Dark Multiverse, Earth -22 to be precise. The Dark Multiverse is said to be a shadow of the primary multiverse, and there's a whole canonical explanation for it. But really, it's so DC can get a little crazy and do a whole bunch of evil alternate versions, all predicated upon their pre-existing multiverse with a twist. Also, of course, sales. It's a really neat idea. Sneaky, sneaky. The Batman Who Laughs was created and first appeared for the Dark Knights Metal crossover event, an event that ran from June of 2017 to April of 2018. Cliff Notes backstory. Bruce is fighting the Joker, who pushes him to the point where he has to kill after he Jokerizes a whole group of children after killing their parents in front of them to recreate Batman's past trauma, because he knows Batman is Bruce Wayne. Which in my headcanon is just always the case. He always knows this. It varies canonically on whether or not this is the case. Sometimes it's a big reveal and sometimes it's very much, oh, I knew all along and just didn't care. For me in my headcanon, he knows all along and kinda cares, but not too much because that's not how they interact. But it's fun to mess with him sometimes. Bruce kills him with every DC hero's favorite killing method, the neck snap. Look, if it's good enough for Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash, it's good enough for Batman. However, as he dies, a noxious gas emits from the Joker, infecting Batman with a nanovirus that slowly Jokerizes him, driving him to become a horrible fusion of Batman and the Joker. He then kills all the planet's heroes, because he has all the contingency plans and now no moral compass. Horrifying stuff, and the tie-in comic with his backstory is just
perfection.
Okay, it has flaws, but it's still a really good time if you're into that sort of thing, which I am. Here's the thing, many people are heralding this as an original, bold take on the character, a fusion never before seen. But here's the thing, we've seen this before. I'm not talking about conceptually in a kind of, oh, the Joker is making Batman worse than he was because of how far he's pushing him. No, I mean pretty much elements of this exact plot and the core concept beat for beat. Almost beat for beat. No nanobots. And no killing and no dead Joker, because this was for kids. We need to talk about The Batman, the animated series that aired from 2004 to 2008. It was the second animated series to be created outside of the DCAU, that being the DC Animated Universe, a series of interconnected DC cartoons that began with Batman the Animated Series in 1992 and ended with the Justice League Unlimited in 2006. Even before it was done, new ventures were being explored, such as the Teen Titans and this one, The Batman. Now, this show didn't generate that much attention and suffered a lot from being the first Batman animated series to follow the seminal TAS. However, anything following that was doomed to not get the best press, as Batman the Animated Series was considered to be the defining Batman for a whole generation. It created characters and concepts that have stuck with the Batman lore to this day, some of which have crossed over and become part of comic canon. The Batman had less lofty goals, seeking to create a fun Batman cartoon for kids and branch off and do its own thing, with unique character designs and some new takes of its own. Though some of these were out of necessity, such as Batgirl appearing before Robin as Batman's partner. This was because the series didn't have the authority to use Robin while he was still on the Teen Titans, because the company was concerned there would be confusion if there were two Robins on air at the same time. For we are simple folk, we can only handle one version of character at once. Oh wait, now there are tons of versions. But these were earlier days, it wasn't the superhero boom quite yet. In season 2 of The Batman, there was an episode entitled The Laughing Bat. This was the 4th episode of that season. In it, the Joker decides that he's the new Batman and he runs around Gotham fighting crime in his own Joker-esque way. However, he also decides that the Batman needs a Joker. So he lures Batman out and injects him with Joker venom. And you guessed it, it slowly begins to turn Bruce into a version of the Joker. Slowly his personality begins to morph and his actions and appearance grow more and more Joker-like. Also, props to Rino Romano, who voiced the Batman in this series. His Joker laugh, that sick little giggle, it's just so perfect. It feels like it's being forced out of him.
Joker said he wanted an arch-enemy, but he didn't say a pulse was required.
That's rich. You crack me up, Al.
It's honestly how I imagine that the Batman Who Laughs does laugh. Like that, or like Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, which is also just a very cynical, twisted laugh, and I'm into it.
You make me laugh, but only because I think you're kind of pathetic.
Stop that!
Other quick side note, look at the Joker's costume here. Very similar. Although, of course, the concept of the Joker in Batman's costume is a classic. It's perfect. It's just such a contradiction. It's just so wrong. It's no wonder so many people do it. Of course, at the end of the day, Batman gets the antidote and the day is saved. So not the whole episode is the same, but the Batman Joker Venom slowly transforming part, yeah, that's very, very similar. In fact, there's one sequence that's almost beat for beat, in which Bruce Wayne goes to visit Mayor Hill's wife in the hospital after she's been Jokerized. However, upon seeing her, he just bursts out laughing. This is very similar to the panel in the comic when Superman tells Bruce about how the children, the Jokerized children, are attacking people who are trying to help them, and Bruce starts laughing. Dark, dark stuff. So why am I telling you this? I don't know, I just think it's interesting. Also, The Batman was an overshadowed series, and it deserves a bit more love and attention. It did have some episodes that were hidden gems, like this one. This was a very solid outing. And if it played any part at all in giving us the Batman who laughs, well then it deserves a little bit of attention. However, of course, it is much more probable that this was a case of parallel thought. The idea of Bruce slowly transforming into the Joker, his worst enemy, is hardly one that is inconceivable. In fact, if one is working in dark Batman fare, it's an idea that I can see many people coming to. I'm just a person who notices things like this. You can't take me anywhere. I like this episode, and I like the Batman who laughs. What's your favorite underrated superhero series? Also, what's a similarity that you've caught that no one else seems to notice? Let me know down below. And while you're down there, of course, please do all the YouTube things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and thanks so much for watching Casually Comics and meandering, musing. It's just an observation. It's not shade, it's not tea. I just find it interesting. Thanks so much for spending some time with me on Casually Comics. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.